was okay. Yeah. I haven't recorded myself working out for a while. You know, I look, you feel like it's like recording yourself and doing the whole vlogging shit. It's actually pretty what is it called? It's kind of weird to do if you've never done it before. Uh, Finally, just saying fuck it. I usually don't bring out my tripod or nothing like that. I usually just do the workouts. Not really recording myself. Fuck it. Time to get out of our comfort zones. Ooh. Whenever I have arm day, this is usually my second go-to workout, and it's basically just push down with with this attachment on the cable machine. And the way I do it is basically to failure, and then you go back down. So you start at 10, and you do 10 reps, and you go as high with keeping the same reps, 10 reps, as high as you can, until you can't do them anymore. And now, I usually tap out at around 60, anywhere between 60 and 80. Um, as far as 10 clean ones go, and towards the end, just like any kind of workout, I believe in going a little sloppy just to get the extra reps out instead of being so cautious and so caring about having proper form and all that shit. Right here, the goal, like most things in life, is to achieve failure. And that's something that Tom Platz always talks about, where it's like, if you go to the gym and you didn't fail a lift, it means you weren't pushing hard enough. It means honestly you're not getting enough out of the gym that you're putting in. You know, you could progress a lot faster if you just push yourself to failure. And sometimes that's the hardest thing to do, because pushing yourself to failure is like, it's kind of like energy consuming. It feels rewarding after, but in the moment, it's not it. Like Ronnie Coleman says, everybody wants to be a bodybuilder. Don't nobody want to lift this heavy ass weight. Nah. Yeah. Yeah. I'm starting to feel this workout. And normally, I don't like these kind of attachments. If you've been going to Planet Fitness long enough, you know there's two types of handle attachments. There's one that's a little bit, the handle's black, and then there's another one where the handle's gray. I don't really like the gray one, but I didn't really feel like walking around, look for the attachments. Yeah. I can do a few more. Honestly, the hardest part sometimes is knowing when to call it on the weight, because sometimes I feel like in the moment, like I'm all tapped out, but then I move to another workout and I realized that the muscle I was just working, it isn't as sore as I thought it would be. And honestly, sometimes in the gym, that's the most disappointing thing. Like, you already showed up, you might as well show out. There we go. That was it. Like, even a good example, like right now, I almost called it on 60, but I achieved that true failure at the 70 mark. And then, yeah, 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 yeah. It gets a little sloppy towards the end, but the thing I like about this one is when you get to the heavier weight and you can't control it as much, you get sloppy. But then once you max out and you can't do any more clean, you just go back down, and helps you clean up the technique on the rep, but also helps you really achieve failure on the muscle, because for starters you're warming up to the weight, the heavy weight, and then you're warming doing like a cool down. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ah, and when you go down, try not to give yourself as much rest as you do when you're going up. You want to keep the intensity high, you know? Shit. Oh, yeah. But honestly, a shit day at the gym is better than not going at all. Unless you feel like extremely tired, we're gonna go ahead and constitute that as a rest day. But aside from that, showing up is better than not showing up at all. Yeah. Oosh. Yeah. As you can see, even on the way down, I'm just as tired. But I'm able to keep going by reducing the weight, perpetually achieving failure. Like when you see me doing the reps like a little bit slumpy, it's because I can't do them clean anymore. But instead of worrying about the technique, I'm worried about moving around the fucking weight. Yeah. All right. All right. So in line with the other workout I was doing, you just adjust the cable from being up to down so you can switch the curls. But you keep the same kind of routine with the workout in mind. And this one, you're basically shooting to achieve failure. So uh, start off with the tens and the same thing. You go all the way up until you feel like you can't, like you feel that burn and it's too much to hit the 10. And then same thing, once you reach failure, you keep going down, reaching failure at every stage. But I do this one a little bit different because instead of worrying about with the push downs, what I end up doing is like shoot for a solid 10, try to do them clean, and on the way down, right? But for me, since with curls you're not going to go as heavy as you do with push downs, on the way down you push till failure. You rep it out, and since you're on the way down, you're repping it out. You get a crazy arm pump. And when I'm squeezing, my lats are actually putting the pressure on my arm, and it makes all my fucking veins pop out. You know, for those of y'all that like the freaky vein. And my bad, y'all, for not uploading as much. It's like, this might be an excuse, but when you're first starting something like filming, trying to do that every day, figuring out what you're going to put on the back burner and what you're going to take care of today, it's actually kind of draining. All right. So I kind of struggled with that one. I didn't really feel like that was quite failure. I could still do that 10th rep pretty good. So this time, oh yeah, 60 is definitely going to be failure. Fine. Oh. Sheesh. No. All right. No, that was failure. And once you reach your top set, give myself like a 30-minute fueler and get hydrated. Because on the way down, if you're not careful, I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but like when you're pushing really hard, sometimes you can feel your vein, well, not your vein, but your muscle feel like as if it's about to tear. Whenever you get that feeling, whether it's chest day, back day, or arm day, whatever, leg day, anything, whenever you get that feeling, drop that fucking weight. Because you don't want to have a 6-month recovery time because you want it to lift heavy. Thankfully, in my gym experience, I've never ego lifted. I always lift what I feel like I can lift comfortably and I can manhandle. So I've never had any kind of lifting injury. And it's been the last 4 or 5 years consistently working out, never having an injury. And honestly, I say it's because I never ego lift. Sometimes I might put 3 plates at Planet Fitness, which is, everybody knows it's not 3 plates technically, but I throw that around, feel strong, but never have anything to show anybody, like show up on anybody else. You guys never want to make the mistake of trying to compare yourself to other people? Like for me, I probably get depressed if I try to compare myself to other people or anything like that. So instead of doing that, I just compare myself to where I was at last workout. That way, I find solace in the fact that I'm improving day by day, little by little, instead of comparing my start to somebody's 10 years in with the trend. Honestly, the thing I like about this workout, especially since I'm talking about Mike and all that, is I ain't gotta count. I just do it until I can't do it anymore. Because when I be doing a workout and trying to talk and do everything at the same time, sometimes I lose track of my number, and I end up doing less or more than what I intend to do. More is always fine. Less is never acceptable under any circumstances. 10, 9, 8. Sure. Man, one mistake I made today. I should have charged my phone. I'm like on 10% right now, y'all. I might not get the full workout. Yeah, come on, baby. Come on. You know, the quote I read today has been giving me a lot of power. And it says, keep in mind, God does not give strength to those who pray for it. Shit, I already forgot the quote. But the essence of the quote was basically that God gives strength to those who are chosen in order to protect those who cannot. I hate when I forget quotes. I remember when I used to, back in my LA fitness days, when I was still in high school, I worked out with a bodybuilder. And he literally had me do 2 sets of 100 on 10s. And I felt like my arm was gonna peel off the bone. But the only problem is, I never resonated with that style of working out. Just because it's like you go less weight, but more reps, so it takes forever to achieve your failure. But right now, I'm at 20. I feel like my arm is gonna burst. Oh. Clear the mind. Be formless, like water, my friend. Oof. Now, when it's at 10, 2 for 50. 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 1, 2, 7, 9, 10, 10, 9, 7. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Give myself a little rest. And basically, the way I trick my mind to do 50 of these, even though it's only 10, is to practically count up to 10, down 10, up to 10, down 10. And you do that 5 times, and that's 50. But you trick yourself into thinking it's less than it actually is. That way you could do more. I do the same thing on chest day whenever I go back down, and I do about anywhere between 30 to 50 on 135. 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Because it gets taxing on your mind. Cool. Especially, I don't know if any of you guys have ever done like ROTC in high school or anything like that, but whenever you're doing any kind of endurance training with the team, when you know that the ending is close, start to get that glimmer of hope. That hope is actually dangerous because I feel like it makes you not push past to your absolute limit. It makes you kind of give up towards the end. Anyone who's ever ran a mile straight running, they know like when they get to like mile like 9.29, they let off the gas a little bit instead of pouring more on. And that's why tricking yourself is very important when it comes to working out. Oof. And always get your arms solid. Yeah, baby. All right, y'all. Next time, I promise to bring my oh, that's too far out. Next time, I promise to bring my portable charger, because this time I'm not gonna be able to record the full workout since halfway through my phone's gonna die. But um, earlier I was doing the pull downs, then just reversed it to curls, and now I go heavier on these, of course, because with these I usually start anywhere between 80 to 100. Today I'm starting off on 80, and here the you're pushing to achieve failure on this one, right? Somebody calling me? Yep. All right, yeah. Sorry about that. Had a call coming in. I almost didn't even see it. But yeah, today I made the cardinal mistake any vlogger can make, and I don't even classify myself as a vlogger, so fuck it. But I didn't charge my phone enough. I came in here with like 20%, and I forgot how much vlogging and talking and recording, how much all of that kills your battery and shit. Now I'm gonna still get my workout in. Y'all just not gonna be able to see it, so I'm gonna have to I don't know, maybe do like an audio after the fact when I'm in my car and my phone is charged. Sounds good. Whew. All right, so once you max out on those, you switch over to the reverse. And now when I go heavier, I can't pull it out like I normally do. I normally have to put my butt against this thing and push forward. This one is still relatively light, so I can do these. Shout out to Sam Sulek for putting me onto that workout. And then you just do that until failure. Yeah. conserve motion. Oh yeah. All right. So I think that angle will be fine. All right, y'all. So another thing I do, and this is more so just to trick yourself into doing more reps. You do this workout with comfortable weight, and you start off like that. 1, 2. Ooh, ooh. And you do it in that fashion. That way you end up doing 20 instead of just a regular 10. It helps you trick yourself into doing more. Oosha. Oosha. Alright, let's get this started. Alright. And honestly, this is a workout I haven't done in a while. And it's actually, I skipped it because I used to hate how the bar used to feel and whatnot. But now I'm starting to kind of like it. Use my lats for a little bit of support. And then I just slow up and then slow down. And I just knock out a solid 10. I do it in a weight that feels comfortable. That way I can really push. Here I'm just trying to exhaust all the energy out of that muscle so I can make sure that protein I'm taking right after can fill in and help me gain more muscle. Ooh. Yeah. I'm telling you, being under 2,500 calories, oof, really impacts your lifts. You don't feel as strong. You can't control the weight as much, but you don't get to where you want to go on uh, an easy path, man. I'm telling you, like this goal I set of joining a bodybuilding competition, it's gonna be very, very challenging. And part of me is excited about having the challenges. Another part of me is just like fucking lazy about it, man. I'm like, fuck, what did I get myself into? But at the end of the day, it's gonna either help me improve or show me I'm just not that guy. And I think that's a bet I'm willing to take this workout. Yeah. All right. I could do something like that. How did I do it in that video? Whew. Oh shit. Oh. That shit hurts though. Capsule. That's gonna make me lose brain cells for sure. Enjoy your day, bro. Thanks, yeah.